Hey, what's going on, Shake Up guys? Back in the building for another exciting topic for everyone to discuss and have fun with. But before we go into that, first we got to introduce everybody who's here. Say hello, everybody.
Hola.
Hello. Since I do such a bad job introducing everybody, I'm just gonna let everybody go around the room and introduce themselves. In the red corner at 215, 6'2".
That was all wrong. 6'1" and 230, but close enough.
That's what's up.
That's all right. I'll take it from here. I am the world's greatest misogynist, the rated R superstar. I am JL.
What's up, JL? Also joining us in studio, one of the usual suspects, Mr. I know the law backwards and forwards, and he doesn't have a law degree.
Right. Criminal.
J-Rock in the building. What's going on with you, bro?
What's up, Nick?
What's going on?
You know?
Also joining us in the studio, back for more punishment.
Really?
And to give us the business all the way around, joining us on the last but not least tip, we got Key and Aaron back in the house. What's up, y'all? Thanks for joining us again on this lovely topic. And can't forget, last but not least, joining us is the chat room. As always, you guys make this shit happen.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you very much for showing up and showing out. We're gonna get right to it, man. Today's topic is titled, "What's it fucking to you?" That's what I'm calling it.
You said that like you meant it.
I didn't mean
Gotcha.
it, because I think it's a great topic to have a discussion about, considering the climate and the fact that I've always been an equal opportunity brother. So before we dive right into the topic, I would like to, because I just heard about this the other day, so this is new to me, but I know it's been going on for a while. I'd like to send a shout out to Ruben Stutter
Oh my
what?
God, for getting divorced.
for beating the game.
He had an ironclad prenup. I want to give a standing ovation, round of applause to the man Ruben
What?
Stutter. His wife got absolutely nothing.
She got a BMW,
A 2006
10 grand, and deuces.
How did that happen?
Because he
called
had
an ironclad
He had an
prenup.
ironclad prenup.
So
she got
if
nothing.
anybody is thinking about getting married, go holler at Ruben. He
That's
did it
what's up.
right.
Right. I just want to point out, his fiance, you know that tip drill video by Nelly?
Yeah, I heard she was in there.
She was in it.
Oh.
She was one of the girls in
I
there.
gotta watch that again.
Yeah, I do too.
I
So,
probably
I have to watch that again.
Yeah, she didn't busted it all over for the
You
camera.
get that right at the same time. Like, it just don't even sound right.
What's up?
What's those?
I mean, good job. She don't get nothing.
She gets nothing. Congratulations. She gets nothing.
But
Great
she
job.
was still there. She still played her part.
she was there after he became.
She was after American Idol.
So
she
this
was
is- I'm
after
sick of that. So
everything.
let me
She
see.
was after success.
Here's the thing.
Not pre-success. She was post-success.
When players
You
are on
get
the
nothing.
football field, they're doing their game. Cheerleaders don't get paid for going go.
Thank you.
Fuck
Great
that.
analogy.
Actually, the
Great analogy.
cheerleaders do get paid.
I mean,
But they don't get fucking
But not a
$1
lot
million
of money.
contracts.
They still have to work.
They don't get
off
half.
season. Off season, they're not traveling.
They don't.
You know what I'm
they don't
saying?
get half.
They're working at Kroger.
They don't get half.
So you don't
There's
get
that.
paid to cheer. Sorry.
Because nobody's
Not
nobody's
doing it.
coming to see her sing. They coming
No,
to
but
see
she's
Ruben
still there
sing.
to support him. It could be emotionally, it could be physically. Like, he was a big man. I don't know who's getting on top of him. I think she should at least got more than what she got.
Why? For having sex with him? Because a hooker probably cost you about $80. So
That was
she should get $80.
long-term contract.
So she should get $80.
That was a long-term contract.
That's horse shit. That's horse shit. That's female horse shit. The point is, he wins, she loses. Fuck her. And fuck that comment. Well, she should get something for having sex with him.
Here's
so
the
you
thing.
hold on,
If you felt like
wait
that-
1
go ahead,
second.
go ahead.
You've reduced all women to prostitutes then by saying that.
I didn't say that.
You're
said that.
you're saying for having sex with this man.
No, I said that she was there for him emotionally, physically, whatever it may be. She was still there to support him.
With what? He was already established. He already had a
You're
career.
talking about financial. That's all you talk about is finance.
No, I don't.
I'm
I'm
talking about
actually-
emotionally. She was there. Maybe
how much is
something
that
didn't
worth?
sell.
How much is
you
a
can't-
therapist?
You cannot put a price on somebody being there
Yes,
for
I
you.
can. It's
I
called
can.
therapy.
Because
It's called
therapists get
therapy.
paid $300 an hour.
Yeah, it's called therapist.
Therapy.
I don't know the ins and outs of that relationship, but to have, you know, what
She
I'm
signed the prenup.
She gets nothing. Fuck
Well,
her.
she signed it, so
Right.
that's what it is.
I guess that's
Okay,
on
that's
her.
what it is.
First of all,
I digress.
you married a tip drill bitch. So he knew what he was doing. She's
That
a tip
doesn't mean
drill.
she's not a good
It
person.
doesn't. Yeah, thank you.
You
Thank you.
bust your pussy open for Nelly.
She
What?
busted,
She
She
did bust
busted
it
it
open for
open for
Nelly.
a
She
paycheck.
thank
Yeah.
you.
For the same lunatics. Fuck you.
for a paycheck,
Thank you.
which I'm not disparaging.
You go see strippers
What
all
I'm
the time. They
saying
bust it
is,
open.
I feel
for a
like
dollar.
regardless of what video she was
But when you
in,
leave the strip club, they don't ask you for half the money in your wallet.
Ruben
Don't do
did well
that.
for himself.
I'm not saying she deserves half. I don't think she deserves half, but $2,000 in a 2006
She got
BMW.
$10,000 and a free BMW.
Ooh.
A 2006
That's a
free
great analogy, by the way.
BMW.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like
Do you
2019.
own a BMW?
I mean,
If I wanted one, it wouldn't be a 06.
Yeah, but you gonna buy it yourself. You know what I'm saying?
You gave her $10,000. That's a nice
You gave her
down payment.
$10,000. She got her BMW paid for.
Get that
and
question in.
She got a nice little starter pack to
We're
get her
gonna
life back
disagree.
on track.
Next.
What's the next?
She'll be
I'm
fine.
like next.
What's the next event?
This,
Oh, well,
women don't like logic.
They,
or
they don't like
anything
this
that-
conversation, so we'll table this. We'll come back to
Now,
it.
if we was talking about Jeff Bezos getting ass raped
yeah,
again.
yeah, it was $34 billion.
$34 billion.
Whatever.
Let's see the expressions now.
Ruben Stutter.
No
did it
problem with
wrong.
that.
That's
Jeff
just too
Bezos
much. I
did
don't.
it
I'm not
wrong.
saying
I think you're
anybody,
supposed to just divorce somebody and take half their
Yeah,
money.
that's
I
fucked
don't
up.
feel like that.
especially if
But
you didn't put
we
in the
don't
work.
know why were they getting divorced? Was he cheating?
Nope.
Why do y'all always put speculation? It doesn't matter if I set your
He wasn't
your kids'
cheating.
baby clothes
No,
on
wait,
fire.
he wasn't
You
cheating.
don't get shit.
So it was just
There's
just
nothing
like
you
Mutual
did.
agreement, probably.
What I think what he realized was she was a sack chasing bitch, and he decided to get away from her.
He already
Thank
knew
you,
that.
Ruben.
That's why he had her sign a prenup.
the fucking shit.
Jeff
But she
Bezos?
signed it.
Yeah.
No,
But she
I'm talking
signed it though.
about
Oh, Ruben Studdard?
Ruben
Of
Studdard.
course.
But she signed it though.
She signed it, he wins.
Now, where the reason why I celebrate this isn't necessarily because they're getting a divorce. I celebrate it is because she did the same shit that most women try to do in divorce court, which is go to the judge and say, "Oh, I signed this prenup under duress. I did it under a lot of pressure." And the judge was like, "We don't care, bitch. Get the fuck on."
Thank you. Thank you.
This is the thing. This is the thing that irritates me.
What's that?
These men marry these video hoes.
He didn't know
And
she was a
expect
video
them-
hoe.
Right, she hit that. But go ahead.
So he didn't know she was in Nelly video?
No, didn't come out till.
Oh, so she was popping her pussy in the background, like in the background.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of women.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of women in
yeah.
that video.
If you line them
How would
girls
you even
up,
know
And
it was
nobody's-
her in the
and nobody's
video?
looking at faces.
But no, what I'm saying is, I say to say, there was nothing. There was never any evidence that she wasn't Sally that go to church every Sunday. He didn't see
you
that.
don't know she wasn't going to
Pastor
church.
Wilson
You-
go
I
to
bet
church
you
every Sunday and preach.
I bet you half the women in the tip drill video
can
are
talk
going to
about that.
church
I'm about to be Pastor
tomorrow.
Wilson to church.
It's not all of them.
In his defense, I've watched that tip drill video at least 100 times.
At least.
I couldn't identify one girl
I'm not
by
looking at
face.
faces.
in
Yeah, not by
there.
faces.
Y'all wasn't
I ain't
looking
seen
at
a
the
single
faces.
exactly.
You're looking at
Credit
faces.
cards down
Exactly.
their butt
So you saw that part.
cheeks. Yeah, I did.
He said, "Oh,
That's one of my favorite
Yeah, that was my favorite fucking part.
Oh.
Why are you?
Because it stopped and then he swiped
and
and then
she's a girl
started
gets
saying
paid to be half naked in a video, so everybody wins.
They probably wasn't even paid.
I'm sure they were paid.
No, they say a lot of times,
Yeah.
a lot of those girls were not getting paid. They were
These
just
videos
getting
nowadays,
featured.
yeah, they're not
Okay.
paid anymore.
Well,
They're just
whether
wanna be
they're
in the
paid
video.
But that was
or
back in
not,
the paid
they-
days.
it's not like anyone forced them to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
They volunteered.
I think what happens now is like the way to go is be in the video and then you have a kid like future baby mama. That he say ain't his baby.
This bitch put is the one who put 1-800 deadbeat?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, she's running around with a shirt that says 1-800 deadbeat. One of Future's baby mamas.
Well, I
I got
try
no
not to
sympathy for this
Looking
dude.
at any of them people.
Cause he
Wait a minute.
he keep popping out
Popping
kids.
kid. Mhm.
But
So-
wait, one of the girls
Wrap it up.
posted her picture on Instagram with the other baby mama and they keep like, oh, they look like y'all look bad. Like they both have babies a few months apart. It's like, oh,
Especially when you
baby
baby mama number 5 and 6.
Yeah, you know.
When you baby mama number 5 and 6, you look stupid
now
as
that's
fuck.
the
I don't
person who
care who
shouldn't.
he
That's
is.
the person who shouldn't get nothing.
Why?
Because that's about money.
You just as dumb as the rest. You're just like
I mean,
more dumb.
that is about money.
But
Call it
he
what
bust
you
that
want.
nut in her, so that's on him. Shit.
Yeah, Future.
You get a lot less.
Hip hop's
Just-
favorite cleanup man.
Man.
It's crazy. I didn't know there was such thing as a post nut.
A post nup.
There's a post nut. I seen something on
After you
TV.
get married,
Oh, yeah, that's a legal
I seen
document.
Yeah.
so listen
Yeah.
to this. It was
Post-nuptials.
some
Yeah.
kind of reality show I mentioned, but so the dude started having second guesses because it was a chick from Russia. It was 90 Day.
Oh, fiance.
98 fiance.
Still
whatever.
watching
I
that
still
shit.
watch
Stop
that
watching that
shit.
bullshit.
I can't help it, bro. It's like a
It was
train
it your
wreck.
wife's turn for the TV?
It's like a train
It
wreck,
was your
man.
wife's turn for the TV. Just say that.
Just say that.
Yeah,
man.
okay, it was.
All right, we'll go with that.
So he's starting to doubt her. So she wanted to go get a post nut because she found out he had debt. She thought he was super rich, whatever. Found out he had debt. He's like, all right, I'll agree to that if you sign a contract for 5 years. We stay married, then you get this amount of money, this amount of money, this amount of money. This bitch is gonna be like, nope, I don't agree to that.
Of course not.
I'm like, are you
Sack
fucking
chaser.
kidding me? Like,
course
but I
not.
didn't even know there was such thing as after you get married.
Yeah.
you
Well,
can
Yeah,
get
but
a
she
post.
came
I
over
didn't
for the
even know that.
for the
But
American
he knew what
dream.
the fuck she came over for.
He did. He had to.
You don't
had
believe
to.
me.
No order bride. You know what
Coming
it is.
spring 2020, Assassins are cheaper.
Yeah, thank you. Everybody see that video of the preacher?
Yeah.
The pussy eating preacher?
Oh,
This
I can
dude.
see that.
I sent
Oh my
bro.
God.
That's the same dude I sent y'all a long time
yeah,
ago.
no,
He did on
it is.
camera?
That's the same
I think I got
dude.
it.
No, you didn't see that video I sent you guys like a few weeks
Yeah,
ago.
he sent that. It was a pussy eating preacher.
It
Man.
was a
This-
preacher talking to the lesbian chick.
No, that's the cussing pastor. That's the cussing
I
pastor.
think it's the
two
same
different dudes.
one.
It's
No,
two different dudes.
Is it two different
It's two
dudes?
I
different
just want
guys.
to know, was she pregnant?
And she was just chunky.
Because that was a smooth gut.
I think she's just chunky. With the
Damn, he's really going to town.
yeah, he's munching the shit out of that.
Wait,
He's that like
see
it's his
that.
last meal.
What
He's
about
eating
It didn't
that
occur
raw.
to him that he was being recorded though.
I'm
but you
pretty
know what?
sure.
Some people like to be recorded.
Yeah.
No, you gotta turn it sideways. Oh, damn.
Oh.
Really, Brad?
Yeah, nigga, come back, come back, come back.
I was just
Impressed by skill.
No, I wasn't impressed by skill. It's just like, okay, my thing is like, if I'm gonna get caught on tape going down on somebody, she gonna be bad as hell.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
the
but
only
he
way it's
wasn't
gonna
playing
happen.
though. He went from the.
He was in that.
Yeah,
he was
he was-
giving that the best spit shine. You
Yeah.
could tell he was in the military.
Hey, somebody
Yeah,
posted
he
on
went earlobe
Facebook.
deep in
If
that
you don't do it like he did it, I don't want it.
Okay.
I seen a few of them statuses.
Too bad I can't put that shit up.
So what happens now? Does he step down from the pulpit? Does he
He's
keep
got
preaching?
to.
Oh, he did reply to it too.
And
He
say
doesn't have
what?
to
What
step
did he
down.
say?
There's
He's
no
got
rule that says he can't have
He's
sex.
like, I like pussy. Basically.
These new preachers is
This just in. Pastor says he likes
He's not a
pussy.
freak,
Wow.
so he's not. He don't have to be abstinent. I just don't let him pay.
What do you
record.
mean?
You are
That's
supposed to be
yes, you
abstinent. You're
are.
supposed to not have sex. As a preacher,
a
not supposed to
pastor,
fuck
Thinking of
a
a
marriage.
priest.
You're
Thinking
thinking
of a
of a
Catholic
pastor,
priest. That's two different
Pastor
things.
too.
No,
It's the
pastor,
same
pastor-
thing.
priest abstain from
Yeah,
all.
priest.
They can't.
Pastors-
They're committed to God.
If you're
Pastors-
a Christian,
but exactly,
you are not supposed to have
Pastors-
any type of sexual anything
except
before
for your-
marriage.
exactly, except for your
Right,
Point
but
blank,
I thought
period.
that was everybody. I didn't
Yeah,
know that
but
was just for
Let's
priests.
be
No,
reasonable
priests
here.
abstain. They
You don't-
they
They
take a
don't
vow
have
to
to-
God.
You don't,
No,
let's be
I'm the one
reasonable.
that
You
said
don't
priest.
test
Yeah,
drive a
I
car
didn't know
before you
pastors
buy
couldn't
it.
have
We ain't
sex.
talking about. I mean,
Oh yeah, outside of marriage.
Yeah,
we can
and that's
forgive
just because you're
him.
leading by
Right,
example.
right,
They don't.
right.
You're
They
leading
don't
by
get
example.
I mean, they gotta ask for it. You know what
They
I'm
get
saying?
forgiveness too, man.
Okay, well, since we're on
Don't-
that,
let's
what
not
about the
do
new
that.
All right,
barber?
let's not do
Don't-
that.
let's
All right,
do
everybody,
religion.
just
We
Aaron, go.
cross talk.
Yeah,
But
go
anyway,
ahead.
what you gonna say?
What about the new barber? Who's
The new
seen that?
Oh yeah, I seen
What's the
that.
new
I seen
barber?
all the videos.
You don't want to see the new
What's the
barber.
new barber?
No, it's not appropriate for men.
No.
So there's this guy. He's a barber. He's a really good. He's a dope ass barber. He's really good. But so he goes around, the country and he cuts hair and he cuts his hair neck. He'll stop and swing it, and
Who's
then
gonna sit in a chair while
There's
this
some men
nigga?
that was in
There are
there,
men
and I
in there.
seen on the
One
video,
man-
men was stroking
They
it.
got dick on their
one man
shoulders
was stroking
during
it.
a
One man was
haircut.
stroking himself.
So it's a naked
Then-
barber.
Yes.
He's naked.
Yes.
Completely
I
naked
said
in the nude.
nude.
I didn't
Oh,
hear that
the
part.
nude. I thought you said nude barber.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, nude.
Yeah, I missed all of that.
Somebody- wait,
Now
wait,
you have
wait,
my attention
wait.
and my contempt.
Wait, stop. So you're telling me there's a guy who goes around and cuts people's hair completely naked, and these guys sit in a chair
And they
Yes.
one
while
was
you
stroking
let a naked
himself.
man.
Then
With
one was
dick on
stroking
shoulder.
him. One was stroking him while he was cutting their hair. Then at one point,
Where's this barber shop?
there was
So I
another
know
guy
to
that while he
avoid
was cutting someone's hair, another guy was
He
giving
moved to
fellatio.
Atlanta.
Of course he
Of course.
did.
Where's that, Atlanta?
Of course
He moved
he's in
to Atlanta.
Yeah, of course.
He was in Chicago, but he moved to Atlanta.
He had to get up out of there.
Yeah, they ran his ass
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
him out of Chicago.
Yeah.
It was in the best interest of everybody that he leaves
Chicago is home to the gangland, and Atlanta is home to the
Gay
other land. Yeah,
So you
gangland.
gonna go down there and get your hair cut, Von?
No,
Enough
to
of that
naked dudes.
garbage. I mean, I didn't. I know this is old, but I didn't know this. And like I said, I'm coming up on news like late as hell, but it's still shocking. Sugar Shane Mosley got divorced, and his ex-wife tried to take not just his championship belts,
Yeah. Yep.
but also wanted him to get an ordered
Vasectomy. Yeah. Yep.
Bitch, I'll fight you.
Literally. And
Now, see,
figuratively.
that's over the top. Why? What do you want to do with his belts? What are you going to sell him?
Spite. It's spite. Women are evil.
She's evil.
Shit.
Right. Y'all
Want the belt?
I'm sitting here like these niggas is talking about belts.
Yeah.
Like you trying to make me force me to get a
That was
vasectomy?
my next thing. Like,
Fuck that. That should be the first
We
thing.
wanted to start at the. We wanted to
belt.
start with small.
Yeah. Working
You're
with-
working
And then move up to big. You know,
okay.
we was,
I guess.
I wasn't.
I'll
Notice I said
Fuck a belt.
vasectomy.
we ain't trying to
Notice I said vasectomy last
because the
because
vasectomy, that's the biggest part.
that part right there, I don't see how you gonna make me get a vasectomy.
That screams.
Now that
insecurity.
judge just said, "Bitches, you crazy."
Well, I mean, she was trying to talk him into it, and like, what if we're getting divorced? What do you care if I have a
Because it's
vasectomy?
spite. That's spite. She wants to ensure that whatever kids they have together.
They don't have
You
any
have
kids
siblings.
together.
Are you sure? I could have swore they had like 4
so.
kids together.
Do they have 4 kids?
I could
together?
have swore they had 4 together. But I think she wants to ensure that nothing is taken away from her kids
kids.
and her money because she's gonna live off
Well, I say
that
you
money.
keep the kids and get a new mommy.
Assassins are cheaper. Right?
Spring 2020.
Well, how,
That is sick. That is just sick. But I've heard women say that. I've heard a woman say her baby daddy, she was fine as long as the kid they had together was the only kid. And I asked her, I was like, well, what if you get into another relationship and all that, the chick ends up pregnant? She was like, oh, then I'll put him on child support.
women do that. I
was
don't
like, why?
understand. But that's just like some
So,
people
I gotta
stay
make-
together because they don't want the other person to be with anybody else. That's just selfish thinking.
Her exact words were, I have to make sure my kid is taken care of.
So you can
I'm
take
like,
care of
so-
your kid.
Get a job.
He's not going to take care of your kid because he has another kid by somebody else?
He
you wanna
cannot
make
take.
sure
He
your kid
cannot
is
take
taken
care of
care
your
of.
kid and not
Why
have
not
any
just
other
get
kids.
a job?
Right.
Mental health. is
That
real.
wouldn't getting a job take care of your kid?
Mental health is real.
Why?
It just don't make sense.
That's the best. Why don't somebody just say get a job? Why is there nobody in her life that says just if you worried about that, get a job?
Well, I'm sure she has a job.
Who says she's got a job?
Probably
I
sit
think
home, take
so.
care of the
You
kids.
think she's got a job?
I doubt it.
Her job was to take care of the family. That was her job. And now she's asking for her. We're asking
You
for
know
her
what?
resignation.
One thing I don't like about
And,
a lot of times these women get into these relationships with these high profile men. It's like the chances of it lasting are slim to none. So why don't you set yourself up? Why don't you start your own business so that when you walk out of that, you come out better than when you started? I.e., the woman who left with a 2006 BMW, had she been doing other things, well, she probably ain't too bad off.
I wouldn't think she would be. I mean, you had plenty of time where I'm pretty sure Ruben was taking really good care of her.
But I'm saying
You know,
start a
invest in
business
yourself.
and things. Yeah.
I do not disagree with that. To invest in yourself, and then
Especially
just
when you
in
got a
case
prenup and
things
you
do
know
go
what it
south.
is,
I mean,
yeah.
because he could. It might. I mean, it couldn't be. It might not be a divorce. He might die. Then what? Then what?
Then what? I go back. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Marriage is for poor people.
Fuck
No
you,
offense.
nigga.
No offense, fuck. No
Broke ass
offense.
I get to go
motherfucker.
out tonight, nigga. We
Yeah.
gonna have some
You gonna
fun.
fuck up?
Shit.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna buy some wings,
I
nigga.
meant fucking boy, but I was like, that's rude.
Damn.
He
You
said
get
no.
a pass out? Damn.
No.
said no,
What I
fuck
mean
up.
by that is that if you're a man of means, if you've got,
I hate when
if
people
you,
start saying no offense. It's like
There's offense.
There's
no,
offense.
it's not.
That's like-
It's not.
that's like-
No, it's not. That's a prime
Right.
example. There was no
That's
offense
like a
given to
friend said,
that.
hey sis,
I want-
Anyway.
don't sis me.
Can we focus?
I mean, it's
Uh-uh.
What I mean-
talk to each other.
Yeah, exactly. What I meant by that is, if you are a man of substance or man of means, or you've accomplished something, you've achieved something, for example, Jeff Bezos or whatever, you have no reason to get married. Just be a confirmed bachelor, Leonardo DiCaprio, that shit.
You hate women,
and
don't
just-
you? Deep down inside, you really do.
No, I don't. I don't hate women at all.
You
But
just like their pussy. You don't like women though. That's all that is. You really don't
I don't
like
think
women.
that's fair.
wait. I do like that.
it's fair.
I do like that.
He wants a baby too.
No, I do.
So he likes what they can produce. And they producing us too. He like that too.
I mean, but okay. Let me explain. It's not that I don't like women. I am aware of the games women play, the shit they pull, and I just refuse to be a part of that. I've unplugged from the matrix. You can't put me back in. It's very simple.
Who hurt you?
As-
There's the horse
That always
shit. There's the
first
fucking
question.
horse shit.
Listen,
Who
let's
hurt
just
you?
cut to the damn chase. Let's just cut to the
Nobody.
chase.
The doctor smacked me on my ass when I was born, motherfucker.
Everybody here and everybody who's watching this has been hurt. That's not a good reason.
Oh, it's not a good reason,
It's not
man.
a good-
So you're right. Hurt
No,
people
no.
hurt people though.
No.
I agree.
I would say this.
Well, he's not- who was he hurting, though?
In the woman's defense.
Himself, he's gonna be lonely.
Hold
all
on.
his life.
Because it's like, it's kind of like,
I always
like kind of maybe like the topic we'll go into later.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like saying
know.
all white people are fucked up or all black people sell drugs. You can't put that on all women. Some women are fucked up, yes. A lot of women play games, yes. But there are some great women out there.
Okay, now that you qualified that, let me bring it
How's
back
he
around to
friends with
this.
GL?
Not saying that what you're saying isn't correct. What I'm saying is that's a generalization.
Thank
People
you.
always want to say that, oh, who hurt you or why do you
Well, the
hate
who hurt you
women
shit.
because you're not
But-
going to play that game anymore.
Thank you.
And that's all it is. It's
But
a game.
why does everybody
The
have to be
Ruben
playing the
Stutters-
game though?
No one said everyone.
He
This nigga
kind of
pretty much
did.
does.
You
He kinda did.
gotta let them finish the
Yeah.
statement before you.
I
interrupt.
mean, yeah.
helps.
So
Just saying it's
I mean,
courtesy.
you look at the Sugar Shane Mosley's, the Ruben Stutters. I mean,
Who hurt
these are
these
just
bitches?
These are just individual. Who hurt them?
Who said I was gonna work on that?
Everybody's been hurt. That's not a good reason to say he hates
But you
women
noticed it,
because
so-
women hurt him. That's like saying if I said dudes hurt
progress.
you. I mean, that's not necessarily true. That you generalize men that way. You can't generalize him for not wanting to put up with bullshit from women.
I don't think she said men. I think she just said JL.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
saying, well, even with JL, because that's common. Because I could almost predict what you were gonna say before you said it.
Yeah.
It's so common that people say that. Who hurt you? Well, I mean, shit, the world. But that doesn't mean I hate women. That doesn't mean he hates them. He's just not gonna deal with that dumb shit
And
because he
that's what
doesn't
I'm-
have to,
That's
and he's
what I'm
aware
trying
of
to get
it.
people to understand is that I'm not hurt. I'm not bitter. I don't hate. I'm simply awoke. I refuse to
Fucked
play
up
the
person.
game. No, not at all. I'm not a fucked up at all. What you call fucked up, I call realistic.
I understand what you're
I
saying.
deal strictly in logic, facts, and reasoning. I don't do emotions. I don't do bullshit. If it does not make sense, I can't fuck with it. It's stupid. You look
So
at it
then-
like it's
so-
crazy
so-
because I
Just
hold
like
on.
that.
let me make this point. Like if most relationships, if a woman walk around with an attitude, the guy will fall around, baby, what's wrong? Tell me what I did. I won't do that. I refuse to do that. I'll ask you one time,
do that.
what's
If you
wrong?
don't tell me what's
If
wrong,
you
I'm
tell,
over it.
You tell me I'm fine, fuck you. I assume everything is fine and I'm done.
I think today's modern woman has been trained a certain way to try to tear down masculinity
Yeah.
without understanding that's what she's doing.
The world's already doing that.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like
You don't need us to do it.
because a man is
started with
confident and because a man understands his role in life and his purpose and he's on top of all that, it has to be someone who shows up and says, let's
Okay, let's
because
say
of
this.
toxic
I hear what you're saying, and I
which
do
toxic
that.
masculinity is. I don't even know what that means. It's just masculinity.
I
And we
would-
need more of it.
I do agree with what you're saying to an extent.
I like arguing.
Women do do that, but that's because we have been conditioned because we've had so many men who don't handle their roles. So we take on their roles, which makes us stronger. And when we're stronger, it's like, I don't got time for that. I'm kind of like Jay in a sense. I'm not a real emotional person.
So you're a fucked up person, is what you're saying?
I could be. I'm not going to argue that.
It makes sense.
Because I'm not going to do all that with you. Like, after so long, what's the point?
Exactly.
So I get what he's saying. And I get, even as women, why we have become hardened, because when you've had men that have let you down, you know what I'm saying? And it's way deeper than just what we're speaking of today. Because, that's just society as a whole. You know what I'm saying? We can go back to why it happened and all those things, but that's a whole different topic that can go forever and forever and on.
Yeah. All I'm saying is we can't generalize the red pill male in today's society, because that's just a self-defense mechanism. I mean, that's the natural progression from where things have gone from, regular family life to empowered women to now we have red pill men who see things a different way. They don't see marriage and commitment as something that's
a necessity. I'm not crazy. I'm just ahead of the curve.
I think that's just people. Don't say just red pill men, because for every red pill man, there's a red pill woman.
Because, you can make a comparison. You can make a comparison between 100. Just people. I'm not going to name names, but people on the internet where there's some people who will tell you everything women do is right and men need to step up. And then there's a guy on the other side that's saying, step up to what? Fuck that. I don't need them.
Why should I get fucked?
Why should I get fucked in the court system just to appease society, because that's what they believe I should do?
Thank you.
So I was listening to them goddamn men on there talking about what's his name?
I think at the end of the day,
his name isn't important.
You just need to pick someone that works for you.
I agree with that.
Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like marriage.
Glad you said that.
I hate when people like, oh, I don't want to get married. Marriage is not for me. And I get it. That's your opinion or whatever. But I think it's so much deeper than that.
It's not
a man
my
and a
opinion.
woman.
I just don't like people throwing red pill guys under the bus like that. I understand where they're coming from.
I understand where he's coming from. I'm just being an ass because it's JL.
Right on.
I think that's really how it works. Everybody's
like I said, I get what he's saying. I just think we need to say a certain word, which is some. Because a lot
that
of
should
time,
be implied.
On the outside looking in,
that should be implied, though.
But it's not.
It should be. Why would you? If that's not you, then why would you automatically internalize that?
Here's why I refuse to say some, and here's why.
Because I know I'm not a bitch ass motherfucker, but
here's why.
You know what I'm saying?
Bitch ass motherfuckers out there.
I know that.
Right.
Here's why I refuse to say some. Because if you don't realize that I'm speaking in generalities, if you realize that, of course, not everything applies to you, just like not everything applies to me. If you don't understand that, then you're dumb. So I'm not gonna waste my time explaining it to you.
Though.
Common sense is not common. It should be.
It
should be.
Well,
it needs to be.
With that, kind of got a little sidetrack, but not really. That was good.
No, you could actually fit that into discussion.
It is going to fit into the discussion.
Yeah,
that's why I'm going to transition right now into our topic today, which is, why do black women get angry when they see a black man with a non-black woman and
go?
I wouldn't say angry, and I wouldn't even say that, because most of the time the problem is that, I'm not gonna say all. Some black men like to put down black women, just put down the whole race, like, oh, I don't mess with black women because of this and this and that and that. You can't put down a whole race of people when you only had that one person that has done whatever to you. And if that's your preference, that's your preference. You don't need to put down a race of people if that's your preference.
Can I offer a quick rebuttal to that? Then I'll let you go. Hold that thought, because I can see it's on your tip of your tongue. Close your mouth.
I agree with you.
It's right there. I know, but hold on one second. Let me ask you this. How many times do you have to get bit by a snake before you say, I don't fuck with snakes, or I don't like snakes? If you get bit by, if you're in Arizona, you live in the desert, you get bit by 3 snakes, you're gonna be like, I don't fuck with snakes. I'm just saying, it's correlation there where you'd be like, how many times do you have to have a bad experience for the same people who have never had anything, for the same people who have never had anything happen to them, never been pulled over, harassed, beaten by a cop, and still will scream, fuck the police, fuck them racist cops. Mm-hmm. But you've never had any altercation with a cop. So how can you say that? You see what I'm saying? There's a correlation. I'm not defending it. Because I don't say that, so I'm not defending it, but I'm arguing both sides.
I know what you're saying.
If I get bit by 3 snakes, I'll be like, I don't fuck with snakes. If I get assaulted and abused by 3 cops, I'll be like, fuck the cops, fuck the police. So there's a correlation there. So the guys who put those women down, they probably got good reason to put women down. If they've been married three times or 3.
But it's part of the same thing that they are looking for in that woman, you know, because sometimes men, they pick the same women. They pick the same type of woman and expect a different result. That's fucking insanity. You can't do that.
That's true.
But
And that's why sometimes people go look outside the race.
And I want Aaron to respond to this one. I want to know, what is the thought process when you see just a regular black dude you do not know with a white woman or a non-black woman? I say white because that's probably the most common.
Yeah.
What is the thought process there? Because that's the topic.
I think the biggest thing is you can kind of, and maybe this is wrong for me to say, a lot of times you can look at some guys and be like, okay, so he dates nothing but white women. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I have a cousin who dates nothing but white women. He likes black women, but they just don't like him. But there are ones that
that's interesting.
He's a different kind of. His personality is not going. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm sure there's a black woman out there who would say, okay, you know, that's for him.
Can I take a guess at this?
Well,
He talks properly.
no, he don't even talk properly. It's not that
He has a kind
Is
of a
he
nerdy
nerdy?
personality.
Techie.
Yeah.
Comic book.
Well, not really nerdy.
Kind of
He just-
geekish.
Yeah.
He kind of geekish.
Yes.
But I wouldn't even say it's just, I don't know how to explain
guess, in a way.
him to you.
I
so
get
you
it a
can
lot,
understand.
so that's why.
You know what I'm saying? So, but sometimes we as women, you see this handsome black man, and you think to yourself, like, now all these wonderful black women out here, and you choose her, and maybe that's wrong. But I want to see us. For me, I just want to see that. And sometimes you see a black man with Barbara, you be like, yeah,
would you
y'all
say
can
that it's
have him.
jealousy though?
Here's
I don't
the
even
thing.
know, because it's not always that I want him for me.
Here's the thing. This is what I don't understand. For me, looking at it, it's like this man saw what he wanted. He went after it, went and got it. That woman saw what she wanted, went after it, went and got it. The people that complain about seeing something else, whether it be a car, a person, a house, they just ain't went out and got what the fuck they wanted. And they yet complain about that person doing what they were supposed to do. It's not about race. Let's be real. A person is a person. Some people like KFC, some people like fucking Lee's. It's the same thing, but different. It's still chicken.
No. Lee's in it. That's
chicken.
I get where
We
you're
get the
going.
metaphor.
The chicken analogy was bad.
It was bad.
We get the analogy.
Said chicken.
And that's fine.
We get the analogy.
The analogy is solid.
The analogy is
However,
But that was a horrible comparison.
It was.
KFC
you talking
tastes
about
like
Lee's, you talking about Lee's, KFC, dog.
I'll never do
We
that.
are not the same.
No.
Okay.
What's the matter with you, son?
That's what we got here.
No.
So,
What I'm saying is, I get
Shit,
your
you got
analogy.
fuck out of
The
here.
question remains is, what
No, we got
what is
two
the
sides, though.
what are you
fuck?
thinking when you see this? Because
Y'all
I
just
know
look
there's
real
a lot.
blackish.
I know there's a lot of
Nigga,
black women
chicken,
out
hell
there.
no.
There's a lot of black women out there who don't
stereotype.
who like they hate seeing this shit.
No, I don't think I hate seeing it. I think it's really, a lot of times it's not about them. I think
So it's about you.
No, I'm
feel?
going to explain it.
Oh, okay.
Because it really kind of goes off generalizations. Most times when you see a black man with a white woman, he is someone who a lot of times generally dates white women, and a lot of black men always have the argument, well, I don't like black women because they whoop whoop whoop. So I get mad because it's like, so you can't date me because of this, but you can date her. So do you get what I'm saying?
So does it make? I get what you're saying, but does it make a difference if she's white, or what if she's just not black? What if she's not white either? Is that the same feeling?
Not so much.
Why is it not the same as him, dealing with, I get it, like, as far as hierarchies go, as far as a class
It
system.
doesn't make sense.
What doesn't
What
make
doesn't make
sense?
sense?
Not yours.
I just
That's
I
the
don't
part
know,
I'm
man.
saying. It's
It's
like I get there's a hierarchy.
you're getting
There's a
mad because someone
classism.
has a preference.
Hold on a second. There's a class. I know. I understand
coming
that
to you.
emotionally in
We're
people's
around.
minds there's a classism. I don't think that those terms.
I don't even think it's
personally.
right.
But what I'm saying is I get it. Like as far as protected classes, there's white women and then like all the other women and then whatever. There's a list. Okay, there's a list. I get it. Okay. What I'm saying is, what difference does it make if the person he's with is white as opposed to if the person he's with is Latina? What's the difference?
I
does
mean,
it
for
make?
me, it's not much. I'm saying it's not much of a difference. I look at it a little bit different, but it's not much. It's still the same to me. He's not with a black woman, but I don't want it to be like I just hate it, because it's not like that. It's like it looks like, and I go on about my business. That's it. That's all.
Is it entitlement? Do you feel like you're entitled to black men? You feel like black women are entitled to black men?
I think that black women get a bad rap.
That's not answering the question.
No, I'm telling you that. I think that we get a bad rap, and because of that, when I see that, I feel like that bad rap is pushed right back on us. Do you get what I'm saying?
That still didn't answer the question.
It's not. I don't think that black women are entitled to black women.
that
Or
answers the question.
yeah, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys are understanding what my argument is.
I'm trying, but you're not really explaining. All you're saying is that you have feelings about it, but not strong feelings. You
Yeah.
don't like it, but you don't know why you don't like it.
No.
You see it, but you feel like you generalize or you stereotype and say, well, he probably don't like, or he only dates white women, when in actuality, this could have probably just been his first date with a white woman
That's
ever.
true. What I'm saying is it's deeper than just like that. Like I said before, because of how men do it, you always hear a lot of black men who date other races say they don't date black women because they're always high, they're always mean, they're always mad. So for me, I feel like, and it's not that for everybody, but again, like I said, that's how I feel. So it's like, so you saying I'm not good enough for you because I'm always high or we're always mad? What's wrong with her?
At the end of the day, she said a woman is a woman regardless of the color. Why are you saying that I'm this and this and this? You don't know if she's like this and this and this, so why are you just putting that on me because I'm black?
That's fair because I've met a lot of mean white chicks.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's that, but you gotta let say it. That's how I took
mean
that's
as
my
fuck.
place.
What I'm saying is, I
God, I
could
wanna
be
choke
wrong.
your
I
evil
could be
ass.
wrong for feeling that way, but that's how I feel.
So-
I feel like
Hold on.
Bruises show.
Two things. One, you said that like you was testifying up in court. I didn't want to kill that motherfucker, but he made me kill that motherfucker. Stop talking like that. That shit's weird. Just slow the fuck down. You're freaking me out. Second, Rock, what was you getting ready to say, man?
I feel like you're not mad at the interracial relationship. You're mad at black men that hate black women. And you take it out sometimes on white women for dating black men.
I think that it sucks to hear that, but I think you really hit it in a nutshell.
There we go.
Oh.
And now
See,
we're getting somewhere.
there we go. Now
know?
we're getting somewhere.
Now we're
I mean,
peeling
it's
back
because
the layers of our emotions.
when people date, it's a preference. That's like, I love meat. If somebody's a vegetarian, I'm not going to hate on this man because he's a vegetarian. He
I
likes
am. I
vegetables.
will.
I mean,
I will.
yeah, we
I will.
make fun, but you're not
Look at
going.
this
Why
anemic
should I hate on him
Right,
because
right.
that's his preference?
Motherfucker's
Like,
anemic
You know what I
as
mean?
fuck.
Because people
Chicken
always
broth,
say,
motherfucker.
well, certain black
Look at
men
you,
date
sick.
only white women. That might be just their preference. There's so many people in this world. If we all were meant to be a robot, we would all be no color, no this and that.
Isn't that an
That's-
80s commercial?
Is it? I don't remember.
And that's what I said.
But you know, it's
Don't
we're
knock
all
us because
different.
of your preference at
Right.
the end of the day.
Yeah, don't knock.
And that's
some
the
people
point.
like
Here
dick.
at the Shaco
I mean,
guys,
some dudes
we're
like
equal
dick.
opportunity.
I don't get it,
I hate all y'all.
but that's their preference. All right,
Ditto.
you do that. You know what I mean?
I believe. I agree with you saying, but I believe you said there's a lot of men out there who bash black women and say, "Oh, I believe those are the guys who have had bad experiences, so they have legit gripes. They tried black women from this side of town, black women from that side of town. They keep having the same experiences. Black women from different regions of the
So they
fucking
tried
country,
a different race.
same experience.
And
so
then
they just
found
tried
out they liked it, and then that's their preference.
There you go.
Yeah.
If you grew up if you grew up with nothing but black people around you, like I got a partner who's from Atlanta, kind of blew his mind the first time he saw white people. Blew his mind a little bit. Because he was like my school all the way from the time he was born until all he saw was black people.
Right.
That's it. The principal to the janitor, all black. Teachers in between, all black. So he didn't really know how to interact for one what to expect. So he was just kind of like, it's different. I'll try it.
Yeah.
I get it.
You know, it's just people just, I think the unknown a lot of times, like he was saying, sometimes you just don't know what you have in different cultures that could be exciting to you. We let our minds get closed-minded about sometimes how we grow up, how we were taught. You know, this person, for me, like when you were saying about fucking police, I've had a lot of interaction with police. I could say fuck them, but guess what? I was a criminal. I put myself in that position to be dealt with the police. But now, none of them really fucked me up or beat my ass or did anything like that.
Especially light skin.
Hey, could be.
So we go in there.
Could be.
Colorism, man. It's right.
Could be, but you know, I'm cool. Like, you know, police is. I got no problem with them. You know what I mean?
Your country ass.
That's funny though.
She said, "Shucky ducky quack quack."
This guy real.
Well,
That's
I mean, the heart of the question is what emotion is generated when you see, like, if I see a black woman with a white dude,
I don't think anything of it. It doesn't occur to me. It never.
Nothing.
you know why that is though?
It's because we're men and we know, fuck it, there's
Well, it's
more
not
out
just
there.
that.
I know I
It's
can go
not
get
just
another
because we're men. It's because I don't fucking know those people.
I feel a lot more
What the fuck am I
differently
get
about
emotionally
it
about some
being
people I
in
do not know?
Indiana than I felt about it in Kansas. Because in Indiana, interracial dating it's across the board. It's not like black men and you know what I'm saying? Because you see black women dating Asians. It's more open here.
Yep.
Whereas Kansas City is a lot of times black men and white women, and that's really all that it is.
No, it's those. A lot of times with those cities like that, they're very segregated too. Of how, you know, what they,
Yeah, bigger cities are very
They're
more segregated.
extremely segregated. Yeah.
Like I was at was it Glenbrook Mall?
Mm-hmm.
And me and my niece were walking around. This is like not too long after I first got up here. I was like, oh, that's a black woman with a Chinese man. You know what I'm saying? With an Asian man. Like it's not normal. So
Doesn't that mean Kansas is a little behind the times?
and it could be. I'm not arguing that. What I'm saying is that makes me feel more lax because it's not like, okay, black women are just getting shafted. That's a lot of where that comes from.
Oh, yeah,
Sometimes I feel like nobody, you know, it's just, oh, you know what, forget the black woman.
I said I was gonna
So,
work
and
on
that's where a lot of it comes from.
I can respect that. You know
Because I like white women. I have friends that are white, Mexican, Spanish, you know,
and I think,
Asian.
and it depends how you grow up. Because I grew up going to private schools, and the majority of the kids at those schools from kindergarten on up were white.
Yeah.
So I understand. My mom's white. You know what I mean? So for me, growing up that way, it was just a normal thing. Like racism in my head never existed until you feel it as you get older. You just start to see how cold the world is. It's not like I hadn't experienced it, but it just wasn't a thing to me. I in my mind, all people should mix. You know, all
I think
to
this
get together.
new generation of kids is like that.
Right,
Yeah.
Right.
But the way
Right.
the world is, the society is trying to bring it back, like, oh, you shouldn't like this person because they're
Exactly.
black.
Exactly.
But no, these kids, they don't see color. Like
No.
they don't understand that. They don't see that.
I went to a Catholic school in elementary school, and me being like one of only maybe 5 black kids in school, I was treated wrong. So that could be part of it too.
That too.
See,
Yeah,
we
was
were
treated cool.
one of 12. It
Yeah.
was 12 in our school, all the way
Right.
through.
Right.
Yeah, and people showed us nothing but love.
But I think black men in that school got treated because there was an African boy. His name was famous. They treated him. He was friends with all the guys. Me and the white girls, we didn't.
And it's so funny because I've been living in Atlanta. I've come to find out Africans hate African Americans.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Black folks. Yeah,
They do.
They hate
black people.
African
I've
Americans. They
dated-
really hate
I've
them.
dated 4 different all same thing. Their parents tell them when they come here, don't date a black guy. Find a nice African guy. They tell them don't
Yeah.
date black men.
Yep.
One girl told me, she was like, I can never take you home to meet my parents. I'm like, you know,
well,
bitch.
the truth
She's
is,
like,
I
it's
don't
not
want to go to your
because-
home and meet
she's
your
like, it's
parents
'cause you're
because you
black.
live in a shithole. Go ahead.
She's like, it's because he's black.
Yeah, because all the Africans, most times they live in a small community.
They do.
No, Nigeria is fucking
No, I'm
ridiculous.
saying up here.
Here.
Oh, yeah, here. Oh, yeah.
Like they all moved to like
Yeah,
one
like the
area.
all
Burmese
know
live,
each
like
other.
Burmese live in one area. Like,
And they,
yeah.
they told me, they just like, My parents don't like black folks. It's like,
Now,
but you black.
I know this is close to the topic, but I wanted to throw this question out here, and I was hoping we'd have a Caucasian female on here, but we don't. But I'll still ask the question: who in here knows? Oh, let me rephrase it. Who in here has heard the saying that once you go black, you don't go back?
Well, of course, I've heard.
Everybody's heard that, right? Everybody's heard that, right? Do you honestly think that's true, or is it once you go black, you can't go back?
No, I got the problem. My mom dated black men for years upon years.
Okay, that's your mom. That's one
Until-
person.
Well, I'm just, and this is an example.
Mm-hmm.
And then she met Rex, and old sexy Rexy took the cake, took her back.
What I'm asking
I
is,
think
by
isn't that
large,
the same thing that you guys were saying for men earlier?
What's
By
that?
That wouldn't the
large.
same thing apply?
What's
I
that?
think it's preference.
What'd you say?
Right. What you guys the excuse you said, like, you know, maybe the white woman, she had been mistreated by a white woman before, and she liked the black man. Maybe it's something that he does.
No.
So
what I guess what I didn't explain it right.
Yeah.
No, I understand what you're saying. And
You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
you saying the black men do it better?
No. He's saying, I got you. He's saying, once white women date black men, are they considered tainted or?
Can they go back to
can
their
they
community?
can they go back to date? That's fucked up. Can they go back to
But that's
dating
the
white men
question.
after?
That's my
That's
question.
fucked up.
I
That's
thought you were
a
saying as far as
fucked up,
their
buddy.
choice.
No.
Right, that's what
I'm talking
I
about.
have a lot of fucked up thoughts.
I'm
I'm just
talking
gonna say them out loud.
and many times when I have talked to white females, and they date, if they date white, whoever they date, they know that in a lot of cases, I don't know, I say it's 50-50, that if they date a black man, that they can't go back to dating white guys, because white guys will not date them now.
I don't know. I see a lot of white guys walking around with women with mixed kids.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
I
know
think
what I
it
mean?
depends on how old where their age bracket is, because
Exactly.
I feel like it's different.
Yeah.
And aside from, somebody like Rex,
Now, see,
'cause
I never
I know
thought about
Rex
that.
is a good dude.
So
I'm
you saying
saying,
the white woman
like,
just not go, the black white man gonna be like, you
look
didn't have
at
black men.
You know
the
what?
level
What
of
they
that.
stop-
they
what-
will
The
let
white
them do.
dude who does date
I'm gonna say, what
the white
size?
woman after she's dated a bunch of black dudes, what level is he? Would you say he's sitting
What
at?
size is she though? Because
Doesn't.
that's
I mean-
that's different.
He probably feels like he
white
has to
men
complete
don't date
and compete.
big
Plus size women.
They don't.
It's not.
I get what you're
They're not the
saying, though.
preference.
Black men are more. That's why a lot of
Like they-
thicker white women date black men
men,
because
yeah.
they accept them.
Yeah, white women even. I've even heard them
That's
say.
what I'm saying
They gain some
here
weight. They
is-
be like,
No,
oh, gotta
when
start dating black
Can
dudes.
most of them go back to dating white guys after doing so?
What
So?
you're saying is, will the white guys accept them after
Yes,
they have to follow
yes.
behind a black man?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not. Shit.
Because most of the white women I've talked to have told me if they knew if the person they was with now knew that they had messed with a black dude, they
Yeah.
wouldn't have messed with him.
You gotta understand. Okay, here's.
I not say I never knew
I've
about
heard
that.
it a lot.
I never
Here's
heard
a-
about
Never heard
that.
that.
It's a case
you
by
heard it?
case basis. There
That's
are
what I'm
some.
saying.
There are
Case by
some
case.
instances like we
But the
talk.
white woman always goes back and cheats with black men most of the time too.
That's not necessarily true.
the-
you
I know.
what mean?
I know.
That's not the question.
Anyway, yeah, we'll come
help
back.
you.
Put a pin in that. We'll come back to that. It's case by case because there's a lot of white dudes who are like they're not insecure. So they'd be
Yeah.
like, I
I
don't
know
give a
that.
fuck.
I know
I
that.
know what I'm working with, so I don't care if you dated black dudes before me. There are some who, in some regions of the world, like we went to college in Kentucky. There's some regions of the world down there where they haven't seen black people yet. So bringing home a little mixed kid is out of the question. A lot of white women will do that. I hung out with one while I was in law school. She even said she just knew not to bring home the evidence of interracial relations. Like, don't bring home no kid. Don't bring home no little fuzzy head kid. But I'm pretty sure she went back and she lied about it. I know there's all kinds of white girls sucking dick and everything else, high school and college. But if you ask them about it later on, they'll lie about it.
Never
See, here
happened.
And there's
Jacob,
no
guys,
evidence to it.
We're
Never
fair
happened.
and balanced.
Yeah.
My sister dated a white guy, but she said that her kids cannot bring home, and I'm like,
That's
how
fucked.
do you say that?
So she dated a white guy, but she said her kids can't bring home a white significant other.
She said that, but I think if they
Sounds
did,
like
she would
bullshit.
take
See,
it.
That's the most
that type of
hypocritical
is
shit
just
I ever
hate.
heard.
Stupid.
It's just literally just hate for no
That's
reason.
insane.
Like it's your child. You should want your child to be happy with whatever they do. Of course, I mean,
So,
be happy on that.
if your son brought home a man, would you be okay with that?
I'd be disappointed.
I mean,
I'd ask you.
it's not what I prefer, of course.
Yeah.
But if that's what makes my son happy, I'm not going to do anything in my son's life to make him not feel loved
Or unhappy.
or unhappy
Or unwelcome.
or unwelcome. That's my son. That's yes, dude. Would I be like, damn, bro, come on, man, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm gonna think that in my head. That's what I'm gonna think in my
I'm
head.
gonna ask a question.
Right.
Like, so
Are
you doing now?
Sure you don't like pussy?
I mean,
Have you ever had it?
right?
That shit is amazing.
First, I want a DNA test. I gotta make sure. Are you really my kid?
Who fucked it up?
Are you really my kid? I want a DNA test
But
first.
I'm
now-
asking if you ever had it, because sometimes motherfuckers just don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know, but you know, and yes, I would love him unconditionally, no matter.
I mean,
what.
I look at it the same. Like, when my son dates, hopefully a woman, I would like for him to date a nice chocolate woman. That's what I would like. But whatever he
Why a
brings
nice
home,
chocolate woman? Because his mother is
So
chocolate.
Yeah.
she can't be light skinned.
she can be white skinned. I would rather a chocolate woman, but whatever you bring home, I'm accepted.
And
Now
I would be
I'm happy.
hypocrite.
Go.
Fuck would you want your kid to bring home a woman that looks like you? That's fucking creepy. You
Not
want
look like
him?
me, but it's a chocolate woman.
Borderline.
That's an Oedipus Rex shit. That's
But
creepy.
then, I mean, I would be hypocrite because that's her preference, and that's my preference for my
I don't
son
think
to date a
it's
woman.
super weird. I mean, you
That's why I threw that out
you
there.
see yourself in your children,
You know,
so you would want to see your you.
Do you want to see your kid in you?
Listen.
Gosh,
You
listen.
want to see your kids with somebody like you, and that's how people identify it, like a certain hue or whatever. Because you feel like if your kid brings home somebody like you, then that person has got somebody in their life that's got their back, even when you're not there. Not at least close.
That's personality speaking. That she wants her son's significant other to have those characteristics.
I think-
She's saying bring home a nice chocolate woman
No, because and this is
so he can
again,
think about you every time he's on top of her.
No, maybe that's what
now you're making
now
it
you
weird.
right.
That was
too far.
That was
My mind
a
never
stretch.
went there.
That was a reach.
So all y'all
Yes.
gonna try to agree that I'm
On that particular,
Okay, fuck yeah.
that sentiment,
one?
yes.
Yes.
We're all-
Maybe she
You
was
just-
saying that was
you
more
made it
relatable to her.
weird.
She
You
can
made it
relate
weird.
with another chocolate woman better than.
No, what I'm saying is, and it
We're
really
enemies.
kind of goes back to a lot of times for interracial dating. A lot of dark skinned women, we get slighted. We
You
just
feel
do.
like that, but dark skinned women are loved around the world.
That's a perfect segue into the part 2 of this topic, where
Now you tell me if I just made that up. How do you feel about it?
do you feel you get overlooked as a darker
There are
complected
men
woman?
out there that think black
Yes.
women are the bee's knees. It's all
Wow.
about preference.
Yeah.
And we're not
It's
saying
all about
that.
preference.
We're
If
not saying
if you
that.
think about white men when they date black women, it's never a light skinned woman.
It's
It's
usually
always a
dark.
dark
Yeah,
skin.
it's always.
that's
I
real
mean,
shit.
But hold on.
That's
When a white
real
woman
shit.
dates a black man, he's usually dark skinned.
That's real shit.
I think it's that slave shit, but whatever.
whatever.
Put the glasses back on.
And class dismissed.
You should have had a wig just to flip your hair right there.
Check the boys out, okay?
And it's done and
And you
done.
better, this is why everybody should date once interracial or at least fuck, because that playing that slave shit is fun as fuck.
Rock, you only
Oh.
saying that because
What?
Rock, you're only
Yeah.
saying that because you cover 2 races.
Hey,
You vote
cheating
twice.
bastard.
You vote twice, nigga. You don't count.
I do
Rock
count.
over here trying
Like,
to cheat
oh,
and shit. You cheat the
Master
game,
away,
dude.
is he? I'm
Like,
gay.
well, you know, if you want to sleep with a white guy, or you want to sleep with a black guy, or 2 for 1.
A little Latino in there too, so
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this motherfucker is really
Running the
cheating.
gambit, ain't you?
I
Fucking
don't got
ding, ding,
time
Harvey
for
Dent.
Anyway,
that.
we can segue into the next part of our topic, which is JL. Go
Jesus
ahead.
Christ. The next, this is fucked. The next part of our,
It's all fuck now, man.
it's all fucked. The next part of our topic, part 2 of this, is it's a sincere question: is do you feel like the lighter complected women actually get treated better than darker complected women,
I wouldn't say treated better.
or differently? I'm sorry.
The benefit of the doubt.
There's a difference.
Yeah, there is a difference.
Can you elaborate a little bit? Care to explain?
I got a good one for you. When you look at music videos, what do you see?
That's
I mean, just. I mean, that's a generalization. Period.
That's light skin with good hair.
Wait,
You
wait.
hear people saying that all the time.
Wait. One, that was in the 90s. And that was because at that particular time, it was that foreign was in. That was just the stigma. That was just
It's
the.
still now.
Is.
I don't see it. In
Bring
what,
back the
commercials?
afro.
And what, music videos? Who makes music videos anymore, really? It's not. It's more so what you see, what's appealing. That was just for that genre, for that time. They wanted the woman who could come out of the pool and her hair be wet and wavy. Can you jump out the pool and your hair be wet and wavy, or
Yeah,
is
my
that
shit wet and wavy now.
shit? Is it gonna stay in the pool though?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Listen, if you got
about.
if you got the right person
Natural
doing
cut over
it,
there, yeah.
But
Bring back the afro.
right. Thank you. Preferably bring back the afro. Cut out all that bullshit. But that's all. That was for one particular genre. Y'all talk about music videos in the 90s and early 2000s. It's 20.
I would say even
That
even
was
a
a
lot
period.
of guys in sports. What do you see? Kobe Bryant. People like you see. There is LeBron James who has
Kobe Bryant's
Savannah.
my complexion.
His wife.
She's foreign.
Okay, let's
She's
try this.
foreign. So
Only
what I'm saying-
18% of NBA players are married to non-black women. Not white, non-black. 18%. The remainder of who are married, which is what, 82%? Married to black women.
I'm just gonna say
That's dumb.
I'm gonna my thing is with jobs. Like they look at you when you go in. I'm not gonna say all jobs. Certain jobs, it depends on what you're doing. Maybe if you're like on the phone or whatever, they're not gonna give a fuck what you look like. But if you're out in the general public, they're not gonna want some jobs, not all. If I come in with my hair like this, I'm like, she's not that look we're looking for.
I can
you know what I'm
promise you.
saying?
I can promise you though, you'll get a job before I do.
Yeah. Absolutely. Tattoos. He looks like a gangbanger.
You'll get a job before
I
I
don't think
do.
that's a great
Hands down.
comparison, only because that was a choice.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
Cutting her hair was a choice too. She could.
But I'm dark skinned, my hair is natural, I'm too ethnic, I'm too black for some companies.
And I'm not, and I agree.
Wait a minute,
with
to
that,
be
so-
the face of the company? Is
Not
that
the
what you're
thing,
talking about?
I'm just saying, being out in the
person-
spotlight in that company. Like if I'm like,
Because-
like maybe
just-
customer service
Can you
or
give
whatever.
me one example of that? 'Cause
I
can't
actually had a job interview, and the guy said, told the lady, she's like, I think she may be too black. Yes.
I believe that.
Yes.
I mean, just like
I never heard of that.
companies have
Yes.
stigmas too. And they're
course.
probably gonna think if a customer pisses off a young black woman,
She's gonna go
it's
off.
gonna go off and it's gonna cause a scene. And so I
They
think
stereotype on
stereotype that
everything
shit.
based on names.
You know, but like
My-
I said, they say if I come in, they're gonna be like, "Hell to the fucking all! This nigga gonna steal everything in the office."
yeah. I would think that. Honestly, I was second guess hire you, nigga, and I know you. And I'd be like, that
Y'all
nigga
wanna hear
look like
some real
criminal.
stereotypical shit the other day because I got a side hustle where I give people like rides and stuff, not to name any names, but a guy gets in my car and he doesn't know me from anybody else and he asked me to buy crack.
What?
Yeah, several times actually.
And what did you
And
say?
insisted that I
Wow.
had some.
Wow.
What does your picture look like?
Insisted that it looks like this. This is my picture.
know,
This is your picture?
Yeah.
With the hat.
No, I'm talking about
without
like,
the
is
hat.
your face as slim as it is now in your picture?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say maybe if you were heavier and then he's seen you
Yeah.
like, oh, this motherfucker on
No, it
crack.
looks like
I got these rocks for you.
You know what?
No, he was trying to buy crack from him.
I'm trying to buy it from you.
He wanted
Oh,
to buy
shit.
crack from him.
Oh, you don't look like you a dealer.
What to
If you were dark-skinned,
to
baby.
a cracked out white
Fuck?
dude? Obviously,
You know what I
do.
would have done?
And to a cracked out white guy, I look like a guy
I'd
who
be
sells
like, yeah, I
crack.
got you. Took him down to the south side, put him in them
I'm not
squares,
taking
and
this
dropped him
motherfucker.
off. Like,
Once he
come on.
started asking me for crack, I'm not
It's
taking
time for you to
you
get out of
nowhere.
the
I'd have left
vehicle.
him in
You're
the
going to
squares.
rob me.
I took him to a hotel and drove
You're
off.
stereotyping.
You're going.
You're
He asked him
stereotyping.
for a crack. Shit, I'm
But
scared
you
he's
don't
gonna
like
rob
people
me.
stereotyping. So I'm just
That was
Crackhead steals.
I'm fucking with
shit.
you.
I'm gonna
I'm
say,
out-
what
I'm
crackhead
honestly
does not
fucking with
steal?
you. So back on topic. We'll continue with the topic. So Aaron, what are your thoughts on this? What was your opinion? Do you honestly believe there's a not necessarily a double standard, but a different level of treatment for lighter complected women versus?
I do. Look, I've been saying that. The
Yeah, I'm
whole
gonna
show.
say she said that like several times.
I'm asking her to elaborate on it now. Do you want to run this? Is this the shake up girl?
With the girls, yeah, it should be.
Yeah, nobody's gonna watch that.
That's what we hit.
Nobody is now.
That's what we hit. Please,
Did you
Jay.
just fucking mute me?
Not you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
Jesus
did not.
fucking Christ.
Turn that off. And go ahead, Jay.
Black women, man. Damn. Can't even have them on the show. They try to take over your goddamn show. Yeah, I said it. What?
Kinda.
That's exactly what it right there.
That statement plays directly into our
I'm
topic.
fucking with you. Light up.
No, he's not.
He said, "Lighten up."
Really?
Oh, man, I wish I had a soundboard.
Oh, now with dark
like,
skin and women.
I'm just saying, if there was a mixed girl sitting here, she would have been like, that's funny. No, I don't want to take over the show. Just saying. Hey,
This shit.
I know.
What do you say? The male misogynist? The
The world's greatest misogynist.
The rated R superstar.
He ain't shit. Yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
That's a soundbite.
And live
No, I
in the
think
shake-up, guys.
just with the way the world is, there's gonna be judgment on every person, on everything.
And I think it's a
light,
little
dark,
bit worse
black,
now,
white. It is, and it's because of one man.
It really is.
Are you blaming Trump for racism, nigga?
Yes.
No, I think
Get the
Yes,
fuck
I
out
am.
of here.
what I'm saying is a lot of the things he says, a lot of the people that he has backing him make him. He said things
He's
that
making it okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Yes.
So
exactly.
things that he could denounce and things that he could say, okay, this isn't right. He's not doing it. It's just like,
Let's think about
I turned my
Obama.
head.
We're getting off topic, but Obama didn't really do shit for black people. Let's keep it real. But
not at all.
on 100%, he kept the country was the most closest it's ever been. People loved everybody.
Are you fucking kidding
Everybody
me?
loved
That's not
everybody.
true
That
either.
is
Both of
true.
those are
No, it isn't.
stupid statements,
No,
and here's
no,
why.
no, that's
I'll
so
explain.
That
I'll
was, if
explain. Both of
anything,
those are
caused a
dumb.
further divide. in my
Thank you.
opinion.
Those assaults by police. You had more murders by
Not to
cops
say
in
it's his fault, but-
2015 and 2016 than you did in the history of this nation.
That's because police.
Thank you, because they went batshit crazy in 2015 and 16 during Obama's administration. Not after, not prior to. During. Dumb. Yours. I forget what yours was.
Who, me?
Did somebody else say something? Oh no, that was you again. You said Trump. You blame Trump. You understand that murder, fucking hate crimes, all that stuff existed before Trump.
Yeah, I know.
Not before he took office. Before him.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, just make sure we're clear.
But the motherfucker would, like, when he took fucking office, he would be a black man in the crowd and, you know, yelling something. And this motherfucker would be like, basically whoop his ass and then start cheering when the fucking white people would start beating black people's ass. Come on,
I'm
man.
not gonna let people use Trump as a scapegoat. Shit
It's
was
not a
already
escape,
fucked
but he's
up.
making.
I'm not Trump
telling you,
supporter, but I don't believe in scapegoating and shit.
I don't like the dude,
that
but I
things,
mean,
he's not
I
saying
ain't gonna use
that
him as a
when Trump got in
scapegoat.
office it started. I think Trump has just made it okay to do these things, and not even say that he's okay. What I'm saying is, when at times when he can offer voice to a situation or kind of kill a situation, it's like he'd be like,
He takes that liar today. It's like, okay,
Well, that's the thing. Well, see here,
that didn't really happen.
I think that there lies the problem. And let me hit this politics shit and get back off of it because I fucking hate it. But that lies the problem where people will naturally assume somebody like Trump is. You know, I know he said some stupid shit, but like just want to label him as a racist and then like, oh, he's racist. No, Trump is an elitist.
Thank you.
That affects everybody.
Thank you.
If you ain't got that paper, you don't fuck with Trump about you.
I agree with that.
So
'Cause
to
I was
say
telling-
just to lump it all in with racism, I don't think that's a fair assessment.
That's where I was going with this. And then, like you said, we'll jump off this topic. You gotta understand, this is a 73-year-old white man who's been wealthy his entire life. He does not see the world the same way
No.
y'all see it. And all he's doing is saying the same thing that 73-year-old white people say. People are just getting caught up with it. One, because he's in the spotlight, and two, because they want to rally behind it the same way black folks rallied behind Obama.
That's what everybody.
It's the
needs to
exact same
focus on.
fucking thing.
Not the fact that he's a racist, the fact that he's an elitist.
He's not racist. He's an elitist.
I don't
He's
care
a
whether
wealthy
I don't
white
care
man.
if he is racist or not. It doesn't
Not
affect
at
my
all.
life. What I'm saying is what people need to remember is he's an elitist because that affects everybody. That affects everybody, whether you white, black, whatever. It doesn't matter who you are. If you ain't got no money, he don't fuck with you. Now remember that when you go to vote. Anyhow, back to the topic.
Back on subject.
We were talking about light skin, dark skin. Y'all feel like light skinned people probably get treated better. Like I said before we started recording, I akin it to the same thing as when white people look at white privilege. They're probably not even aware of it. So whether or not I get treated better, I don't know if I guess I classify as light skin or whatever. I don't really think about it if I get treated better than somebody who's dark skinned.
I agree.
Am I aware that colorism is a factor? Oh yes, indeed. Is it as big as a factor as everybody says? I think some people use it. Some people use it as a reason to say why they aren't where they want to be, as opposed to just working harder.
But I'm glad you said what you said. Like, maybe I just don't notice it. That to me that means something, because a lot of people just, it's not, you just make it up. I don't see it. It happens.
Yeah, I don't deny that it happens. What I'm saying is I don't think it's as big as, I don't think we should make it as big as a deal, because whether I'm light and someone else is dark, it shouldn't change the fact that I treat them as a brother.
Yeah, it's kind of like what Dave Chappelle was talking about back on his one stand-up, when, way back in the day when police brutality was at an all-time high, and then white folks had no clue until it went to Time magazine. It's like, when he said, "Did you know black folks were getting beat by the police?" And it says it right here in Time magazine. You know what I'm saying? People, if you don't see it or don't understand it, you're not gonna know, and you can't really, I guess, sympathize with people. It's not that you don't want to, you just don't understand it. You know what I mean? So I get what Brad's saying, because I've seen racism. I've been called a nigger, and I even got called a spick one time, and was real confused and shit. Like, huh? What? Okay, sure, fine. But I found a lot of love from all races, and so, my granny, my dad, my uncles, them niggas is dark as night. You know what I'm saying? And so I just haven't felt that type of anger from all races.
I'm curious. You said the one time in that job they told you were too ethnic for the job. Okay. Other than that instance, is there really, how does colorism really affect you? I mean, other than maybe getting overlooked by a guy you might be interested in, he might want a light-skinned girl and you may not fit his bill. But other than that, I can't really see how colorism is really a factor in anybody's life. I guess it's never affected me because I'm always me. I'm just
and that's what I think. That's kind of what I was just saying. It's like, it hasn't affected you, so you can't.
That's why I'm asking.
Right.
That's why I'm asking, because it hasn't affected me.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's affected
I
you.
fall right in the fucking middle.
Maybe it affected you and you didn't notice.
Yeah.
My sister, she was working for UPS, had been there for probably 25 years. They told her that maybe if you cut your locks off, you'll get this promotion. She did that and still didn't get the promotion. She did everything they asked her for, but so that is how it makes you feel. So I understand that. Cut my locks off just to get a promotion. My locks have nothing to do with my job.
Well, I didn't get a recent promotion and I ain't got nobody's hair, so there's.
And
Well, you're an asshole, so that's probably
No, that was strictly.
That's not fair.
But I think that's
You laughing too hard, nigga.
I think
Supposed to be on my side, nigga. Shake up guys, nigga. Remember your place, nigga. You on this side of the table, man.
Just funny,
These is
right?
guest chairs.
You want to go back to the couch? You want to go back to the couch?
Now that we're done with
Because I'm
that.
light skinned, nigga. Fuck.
Yes, it is.
even in your situation, I felt like he wasn't in the in group.
That's all it was. That was just the good old boy system. I don't think that had anything to do with.
But how many
I just
us
fall
are
right in the
in the
fucking middle.
good old boys group?
That good old boy system is dying out slowly but surely, and
Not fast
the
enough.
next generation it'll be gone. Those motherfuckers are dead or
I
dying.
think they teach
or on
their
oxygen,
kids that shit, man.
and that's fine.
That shit is taught to the kids, man. That's
Beat
where
'em out.
racism comes from anyway.
generational wealth.
Because if you never taught a kid to hate by
ain't gonna
color,
hate.
then they
I don't
wouldn't even
think-
know any better not to do so.
I understand that. I don't
Our
understand.
experiences
Your
as
sister
people shape us, but
honestly should have stayed on, as one of my partners said, stand on your square. I'm not cutting my hair for this promotion. There's nothing in this
My
job
sister
description that says.
that's true, but she's been there 25 years. So to quit that job, start over.
Don't quit.
She had
Don't
4
quit.
kids.
Shit.
And you know
Just
what?
fuck
And
it.
she even tried to do that for wrong, because she got so pregnant and they let her go after all those years. So she even went and a lawyer told her, like, you can do this if you want to, but they're gonna drag this out in court. By that time, you ain't gonna have no money, and you still probably won't get anything. So after a few years, it was probably 4 years. She just kind of okay, all right.
And that's wrong, and that's terrible, and it is.
That is America.
It is.
That's what it
America.
is.
It is, and that's unfortunate. 25 years down the drain. But like I said, I still don't. My opinion. Okay, I'm not gonna cut my hair, but I see the game you're gonna play, so I'm not gonna play the game anymore. And then again, red pill awake. I'm not gonna play your game. I'm just gonna do just enough not to get fired from this point on. I'm not gonna quit because I'm too close to being done. But I'm not gonna play your game. I'm just gonna do just enough not to get fired.
So
I'm not doing any extra.
That doesn't always work.
How the fuck is doing?
What I'm saying is, when you've been doing a certain thing, when you've been carrying a
The whole
certain
goal,
torch,
you want to move up. You don't want to stay in the same position for.
and that's what it was all about.
Well, if they won't allow you to move up, you gotta
move on.
broaden your horizons. Then at that point,
Well, I mean, she did. She's a nurse now, so
There
she
you
makes
go.
a lot more than she made there.
so there you go. She can buy. I would order shit and have it shipped directly from UPS, and I would moon the driver every time he come to my door. Yeah,
Not
leave the
the
package on the
driver.
door. Fuck you. Yep. God damn it! I said I was gonna work on that, didn't I?
You did.
I'm sorry.
Lies.
Everybody says fuck sometimes.
You.
Progress rather than perfection.
Anywho, well, I think we've had a pretty
was
good
good.
conversation about this. And
This was
is
good.
there any final thoughts you may want to wrap it up on?
I don't know. It's so much easier love than hate. You know what I'm
is.
saying? And why waste your time hating on what the next person has? Get what you want to get. If you want something, go out and get it. Stop worrying about what the next person has. Like I said, whether it be clothes, car, job, house, white woman, Mexican woman, whatever it is. You want a Mexican woman,
don't
you want a
stop.
black man, you go get it. Go get it.
right.
You have the right to get it.
All right,
Shit.
Turner, you gonna put this
Ladies.
microphone?
ladies.
Ladies.
No, he's the shake up guy. They only need
Yeah.
So no
Yes.
final thoughts for the ladies. Jay, you got something?
Oh,
to say?
really?
These two won't be back next week or ever.
Damn.
Jesus
I
Christ.
gave you the floor. Y'all wanted to talk
No,
to
Yes.
each other.
I will say this. Just having this conversation, that it does make me look at a few things differently, because I think some of my hangups with color do come from the conversation, me being in a Catholic school and me being made to feel like I wasn't enough. So I just want to, and I guess I want all black women to feel like they're enough. So I guess some of my things I projected.
Well, I'm gonna be fair with you here on this one. You went to a Catholic school.
I
you
did.
said?
I did.
They make everybody feel like
Catholic
shit.
fucking crazy.
Okay.
It's Catholic guilt. It's a,
Yeah,
it's a
they
stereotype.
make everybody
It's
feel
Catholic
like
guilt.
shit.
They
So
guilt.
that wasn't had nothing to do with your color.
Yeah, that's not
everything
you.
to do-
You're just Catholic.
everything to
my
do
first
with
year in a public
man
school, I was
playing
like,
God
all these
again.
black people.
I know. I know what
Anyway.
you're saying.
Anyway, finish your
There you
thoughts.
go.
That's
So
awesome.
the thing is, I do feel a little convicted about some of the things that I feel, because it's not always fair to just say, and I do realize that some of the things I think are wrong. I'm not saying I'm always right. Me and JL have this conversation all the time. I know I can be wrong as fuck, but how I feel is how I feel. But it does make me open a little more, because I'm kind of realizing that, like you said, it's always kind of been this little thing that's been on my back that I've been carrying.
Love is love.
That's short and sweet and to the point.
You ain't.
You got a final thought, bro?
I was waiting for more than that, though.
And you
That's her final thought. Don't judge her.
Yeah, that was
Anyway.
her.
She been giving us the business hour shot. I thought she's about to.
Because it's
Break
that
it on
simple.
down.
Love is love.
Love
Jay,
is
you got
love.
something before we wrap up?
Yeah,
I hate when he do like this, because he about to say some
Shut up.
I
bullshit.
gotta pee.
I hate people. Starting at the beginning.
Oh shit.
For black women who feel entitled, there is 1.84 million more black women than there are black men. Let's say it again, 1.84 million more. That means damn near 2 million more of you than there are of us. That means if every black man in America married every black woman, there would still be 2 million of y'all.
That's why everybody need to just go poly.
So
have
get-
3-4 wives.
Every time I try to hate you, you come back with something I like. Give me some. Give me some. So get over the
Build an
entitlement.
empire with that shit.
And my final thought. Thank you.
Oh,
Get
sorry.
over the entitlement. Get over the bad looks and the dirty looks and the bad attitude. Nobody owes you anything. That man, if you see that man with that white woman or that non-black woman, he does not owe you anything. He didn't do anything to you. If he had met you first, he might have given you a shot, maybe not. Who knows? But he doesn't owe you anything just because of the color of his skin. With that being said, hating people because of the color of their skin, you're a fucking idiot. Other than that, I've got nothing. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you to our guest.
Well, I have a final thought.
Yeah, I'm turning over to you. I'm done. I ain't got nothing to say.
Well, I guess at the end of it all, I like to say thank you guys for joining us today. We needed some input on this subject, but I guess for my final thought is, we do not know that person that is sitting at that table across from us. We don't know them. They love is this. Like you said, love is love. It's their love. Their ultimate success does not mean anyone else's inferiority. So focus your energy on making yourself the best person you can be. And then once you've done that, you probably won't even give a shit about what anybody else is doing.
Right.
And that's my final thought.
Good shit, B.
Before we wrap things up, I'd like to say, if you're watching this, please like and subscribe, because not only do we need some help getting this message out there, we want to get more people in here talking with us. Hit the notification bell so you know when the Shake Up guys are going live. And also, again, spring 2020, Assassins Are Cheaper, coming your way. I'm talking to a t-shirt guy right now, so we're gonna get those out to you as soon as we can. And before I say peace out, would everybody like to say goodbye, or is there any last thing y'all like to throw out into the world?
Adios.
Adios, peace.
Deuce, Nick.
You forgot to tell your wife you love her.
Yeah, you did.
I love you, boo. I'll be home in a minute. We gonna go see this show.
Wow.
I thought you was gonna get chicken wings.
No, it's gonna be the show. I'm gonna get chicken wings at the show.
Oh,
There you go. See,
look at that.
multitasking.
I like him.
Yeah, he's gonna get wings and comedy.
Go home with him. His wife
go.
would like you too.
He can't afford both
His
of
wife
them.
would like you. Y'all can have y'all can build an empire together.
Poly life requires.
No, don't cut shit. Don't cut shit. Hold on, wait.
It requires income. You got to be able to take care of two women. You can't be poor or
No,
just
it's
meeting
poly. That's stupid.
No,
Poly life
no,
is
it's not stupid.
poly life is about taking yours, and yours, and putting it all in one pile and building this empire
No, we don't.
from something.
This is like, we don't poly. We just thank you. Get the fuck up out of here. And
And we
Nice
are
to meet you.
We are the Shake Up guys saying
Fucked up everything I just said.
wow, just saying
Thank
good
you for
night,
tuning
I
in.
guess. All right, well, we'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace out.
Peace.
Adios.